Okay. And Coach, cold out there, but you had a very spirited practice and a very good fourth quarter drill. How'd it go?
It was cold, and I thought it was important that we get out there in it. And we went in a little bit just to get warmed up, and then came out and finished practice. And I thought the guys were spirited, as you said. They're excited to be back out. They're excited about the new season and a new team, and frankly, I am too. So it's a good start. There's a lot we got to improve on, but it was a good start.
What are you focusing on? Obviously, strength and conditioning. The players all mentioned that a very vigorous month of conditioning drills. How is that helping?
I just think that builds teamwork and toughness. We've done the morning workouts the last couple of weeks, and I think that's the best thing we do. I think it's the most important thing we do. But Coach Hughes and the strength staff have done a remarkable job getting our guys ready for spring ball. It's not easy. You get that turnaround from late December, and all of a sudden spring ball is right here on us. And I think our guys have made some real gains just in a couple of months, and that's been positive. So just focused on getting better at the fundamentals and building as a team, and I think that's what spring is for.
And Coach, you got a number of spots where you have graduating seniors, a fullback position, offensive line, defensive line, in the defense. How do you go about the process of giving players a chance to earn those positions?
The guys that have played a lot will get far fewer snaps in the spring than they got in the fall, and far fewer than they'll get probably when we go into preseason camp. But we want to find out about the young guys, the guys that have been on the scout team, the guys that were maybe travel squad guys that didn't get in the games a lot. We want to find out what they can do. So we'll give them a lot of reps and really work on teaching them what we want out of their position and see if they can do it.
Coach, for you guys, you also made a couple big changes in the coaching staff. What have you seen from your newer coaches in terms of their approach to the team and the way that they've worked with the team so far?
This is the first opportunity for me to be out there with our new coaches, and it's exciting to see them work and see them interact with our players. We lost Coach Bateman and we lost Coach Wilt, both outstanding coaches who meant a lot to our team. And when you have good people in an organization, sometimes they're going to move on for other opportunities. And we were excited for those guys and the opportunities they had. And Coach Hackman, who has joined us as the outside linebackers coach, worked with Coach Luce for several years at Lafayette, so they work very closely together. And I'm excited that they've got a prior relationship and the ability to work together. Haven't done it before. It's not going to be something that Coach Hackman's got to learn, a new coordinator. I think they both feel very comfortable together. And then Coach Lewis, who's coaching the defensive line, was really a great fit for us, not only from the standpoint of coaching that position. He's well respected in the profession as a defensive line coach, but also is from the Richmond area. So with Jay Bateman leaving, and Jay did such a good job in Virginia, North Carolina, having a guy from down there that's recruited that area, I think was a real positive for our staff. Coach Lewis coached in the Ivy League, so he's familiar with the volume recruiting that we do, and was a terrific player at Virginia Tech and played in the NFL. And so I think just brings some credibility with his background.
For you guys now, obviously you have a new senior class stepping up, and a senior class that, for all accounts, could be the most successful senior class the Army has ever had. What are you expecting from your team and these group of seniors in terms of their leadership and their playing ability to lead you guys to an even stronger performance this season?
I hope the seniors will lead this team. I hope they'll do a good job, and I trust that they will. I think we've got some strong leaders in the group. Cole Christensen, who was a captain last year as a junior, is in that senior class. I think everybody recognized how much Kelvin Hopkins stepped up as a leader in the season a year ago, and naturally you hope the quarterback does. But he's in that senior class. I think there's really a number of guys that are going to do a good job of leading the team, but it's not just that, as you said, it's performance. We've got to execute, and we've got a lot of challenging games on the schedule, starting with Rice to open the season. So that's really where we're focusing our efforts, is getting prepared for the opening game to play our very best, and hope that will just give us kind of a springboard and help us build for the next one and and the ones to follow.
Is there any particular quality, especially in the spring practice, but also going into the offseason, that you really look for your team in terms of being able to improve and get them set for the beginning of the season?
There's always places we can improve. Even the guys that have played the most football for us and have played really well and had good careers to this point still have areas where they can improve. And we try to focus on the fundamentals. You see us doing a lot of individual drills, blocking, tackling, footwork, taking care of the ball, very little minute details that we can practice over and over and over again to get in those habits so that when we get in a live situation, whether it's a scrimmage or a game, our guys fall back on the fundamentals that become just muscle memory. And hopefully we're going to be able to take enough repetitions that when they're tired or when the game's on the line or they're going as fast as they can, those fundamentals show up. So that's really the emphasis for the spring.
The last 3 seasons, you've raised the bar each year. When do you talk to the team about, how after the bowl game do you talk to the team about what the goals are? Have you set the goals yet for this? Is it too early to set the goals for 2019 yet? Or
I will allow our team to set those goals during preseason camp, and that's just the way we've done it every year. The seniors and the leadership council. The leadership council is a group of guys that represent each class. There's guys from the senior class right down through the freshman class. So when the freshmen arrive, they'll have an opportunity to vote on who their representatives will be for the leadership council. They'll help us set the goals for the season, and so I anticipate there'll be some lofty goals on there, just like there were the last couple of years. And what was really exciting was for the first time we put those goals up there on the board in August, and we accomplished every single one of them. And I've not been the head coach of a team that has ever done that. We've had 9 seasons as a head coach, and we've put goals up every year, and there's always been a goal, and sometimes a couple, and sometimes a bunch of them that weren't accomplished. But we accomplished every goal that we set, and I'm really proud of last year's team for doing that. And I'm hopeful that this group of seniors will set lofty goals to give us something to shoot for, and they do have a chance to be the winningest senior class in program history, which is really an exciting opportunity for them. But it's not just the seniors; it's our own program. It's a legacy for everybody that's part of this team.
And you talked a little bit about Coach Hughes. Some of the players mentioned that Coach Hughes really helped get them in shape. What are some of the specific things that he's done in the past few months to get them prepared for the season?
He's been a part of the staff here, and I think that him transitioning to the head strength position wasn't a shock to these guys. They weren't hearing a new voice. The philosophy, the energy, the expectations when they came in the weight room didn't change. We've had 3 head strength coaches in football since I've been here, and I think every one of them's done a good job. Coach Karen was outstanding. He and I had a prior relationship working at Georgia Tech. Coach Hess, I thought, did a fantastic job, and he had the opportunity, along with Coach Bateman, to go to North Carolina, work in that great program for a legendary coach. And so fortunately we had Coach Hughes, who had been a head strength coach at Albany before he came here and assisted those guys, and has done a great job. And we hired Rusty Witt, who had been the head strength coach at Texas Tech, and G.C. Yeri, who had been the head strength coach at Stony Brook. So we've got 3 guys in the weight room in there that have been head strength coaches. So I think they're doing a fantastic job, and we got a hard-working group of guys. The thing that always impresses me about our players is no matter what we ask of them, they try to deliver, and it's the same in the weight room.
And I talked to Kelvin about him trying to be more of a vocal leader this season. What have you said to him to encourage him to take that next step forward in his senior season?
Oh, Kelvin's plenty vocal. He he doesn't mind talking when it needs to be said. But I think that's the thing our guys respect about him is the position itself. They're looking for leadership out of the quarterback, and he does a good job with it. He encourages those guys. He pushes them when they need it, and Kelvin's been the quarterback of a lot of very successful teams and has won a lot of games as a starting quarterback, both in high school and in college. So he knows how to lead a football team, and I'm excited that he's back. I think he's going to should be, and I think he's got an opportunity to be better this year than he was a year ago, just because of experience.
Can we talk about Heisman consideration for him this season coming up? Or?
We're going to talk only as a team about accomplishments as a team. And if he plays well enough and our team plays well enough, then I think individual accolades follow. And that's to imagine him being in that conversation is pretty incredible. But I don't know that he's I don't know that he's going to be in the conversation. That's for a lot of other people to decide. I don't have a vote in that, so he's certainly pretty valuable for us.
Coach, one more element of recognition for the program. Tomorrow night you receive the George Munger Award from the Maxwell Football Club down in Atlantic City. A number of points of recognition for the team this year and for West Point. How do you feel about that, what the team's been able to achieve for West Point?
Oh, like I said, when a team accomplishes things together and a team is successful, then individual accolades follow, and that's just a representation of the great season that our team had. And I didn't have to play a single snap the whole year. The players did it, and so that's certainly something that I just accept on behalf of the team and the success that we had. But it's really an honor and very humbling to be recognized with all of the great coaches that have gone through the Maxwell Awards each year and been the Munger Coach of the Year. And it's our staff. It's Brent Davis and Jay Bateman and all the assistant coaches that were part of the season last year, and our players more than anything. So I'm proud to represent West Point. And any time that we can bring recognition to this great institution, we're glad to do it, and I'm proud to do it, and we'll be proud to stand there tomorrow and accept the award on behalf of this program, but also West Point.
Thank you, Coach.